Okay, it's the 17th of January. This is Rabbi Levitt Gemara.
Lou, are you there? Yes.
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Okay, we see you. Yeah.
Welcome to the world.
Baruch Hashem.
We are on Yud Chet Amid Aleph.
Yeah. We're in the Gemara, and the Gemara, it's actually the two dots are the end of the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines down from the top. And then we have the caption from the Mishnah, Almanas Latzeis Bamidbar. And then there's two dots, and then it says Pshita. So we're going to read from there. Almanas Latzeis Bamidbar.
Okay. Almanas Latzeis B'midbar. On condition that you go out to the wilderness. Pshita. This is obvious. Lo, tzricha. No, it's needed. De Amar lay. He said to him, Have high pikadon gabach de ana lemid bar nefika. He can say to him, I'm leaving the deposited item with you because I'm going to the wilderness. V'amar le ihu. He said to him, Ana lemidbar nami. Hi, see something?
Yeah, they changed your physical therapy appointment.
Okay.
It's on Sunday at 10:30 now.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
all right? That
Yeah.
date's good?
Yeah.
Good.
Sorry about that. Okay, so he says to the depositor, I must go to the wilderness. E bit ina laha de rinhu lach hasam ma de rana lach. If I wish to return it to you there, I will return it to you there.
Yeah, sort of like saying that's what I plan to do. Is that okay? I suppose that's what the doesn't say in the Gemara. Okay, and
Well, the English
okay.
says that he's compelling him. So he's not saying, is that okay? He's saying, this is the way it is, buddy.
Well, the guy doesn't have to give it to him. In other words, or you mean to say, okay? I mean,
he's saying, I'm not giving it to you unless you come to the wilderness.
No. This is the Shomer talking. It's a bit confusing because it doesn't say who's talking to who and who responds to what they said. Let's start from the beginning over here. The Gemara asks on this whole statement of the Mishnah Pshita. And we explained that to mean that it's obvious that if that's what they expressly made up to do, so then that's going to be the agreement. So if it was on the condition that he goes to the midbar, he'll be able to give it back in the midbar. Fine. So we don't need a Mishnah for that, says the Gemara. Pshita. Obviously, if that was the agreement, so then the one that was that had the item deposited to him can do according to the agreement that they made up with. Why is the Mishnah telling me this? The Gemara says, no, Sricha, no, we're not talking about that. What are we talking about? And then the Gemara says, it doesn't say who says to who. To Amar Le, he said to him, let's see if we could figure out, based upon what they say, who's talking to who. He said to him, Lahavehai, Pikadon, Gabach, let this Pikadon, let this item that I want to deposit to you be with you. Why? The Ana the midbar nafikna, because I'm going to the midbar. So I don't want this thing should be I don't want to have to carry this item. It's a valuable item, I suppose, through the midbar. I'm just going to give it to you here. And because I'm going to the midbar. Okay. So that's obvious that who the person is talking is he's the one who has the item. So he's the mafkid. He's the depositor. But Amar Le Iu, and then he says, who's he? Iu means he. The Gemara doesn't tell us who it is, but the Gemara wants us to understand that that's talking about the potential shomer, the one that he's asking to be shomer the item for him while he goes out to the midbar, and he says to him, "Ana the midbar nabi beina lemefak." I also am planning on going to the midbar. That's where I'm going. And so therefore, if you want me to return it to you over there, madrinit loch, I'll return it to you over there. So, okay, so how is this answering anything? We have a Rashi. Rashi's going to help us.
And the Rashi is Bina, that if I want to Lahadrina to return it to you, Nehelech, I'll go there. The Hadrina, I'll return it to you there. And we learn, we teach out this. This Tana teaches the Afal God, even though the low Tanai Gomor, even though it's not a complete condition, it's only a partial condition.
Yeah, right. It's not a yeah.
If I want, come on, he says. Afal Pi Hachi, even though here, since the Yada, he knows the Ihu Nami, they'll also midbar, go to the midbar. Nafik, he'll to get it. I'll korcho by force. He'll have to. He will accept it.
Okay, so here's the Chiddush. Rashi speaking the Chiddush out based upon the language that the shomer responded to the depositor. Dafu Gav, says Rashi, even the Tana of the Mishnah is teaching us. We hear out from what the Tana is saying that Afu Gav the lo Tanai Gomerhu. Even though it's not Alan, even though it is not a Tanai Gomor who. The Gemara thought originally that we're talking about a Tanai Gomor. And on that, the Gemara asked the question, Pshita, if they made an explicit agreement condition between them, so then obviously that'll be the right of the depositee, the shomer, to give it back where he expressly made up with the person that that's what he's going to do. Pshita, we don't need a Mishnah for that. On that, the Gemara answers, no, it wasn't a Tanai Gomor like that. And what's the proof that it was not a Tanai Gomor? Because Rashi points out the language of it's not really actually the Mishnah. It's actually the Gemara. The Gemara is saying that this is what happened. So if we can take the Gemara's word for it, that this is what happened. That's what the Mishnah is talking about. Boys Ka'amar. If I would like to do the following thing. I need to do the following thing. I'm going to the midbar too. So I need to give it back to you over there. I need to give it back to you over there. And that's all it said. So a filu haki, even though it's not a really an express condition, a full-blown agreement over there, Kevin the Yoda Ihu Nami Lemidbar. Kevin the Yoda Ihu Nami Lemidbar. Since the depositor, knows that he's also going out to the midbar, so then al korcho ikablem. The depositee, the shomer, can force him to accept it in the midbar, right? Because if the guy is going to give it to him at that point, isn't that basically an implied agreement to what the shomer told him? If he doesn't give it to him, so that means that he doesn't agree. He doesn't want him to give it to him in the midbar, and that's his right. He doesn't have to give it to him altogether. But if he does give it to him, if it seems to me, it's clear that he's giving it to him with the understanding that the guy is going to give it to him back in the midbar. Okay, so that's what Gemara says. That's the chiddush, even though it's not a Tanai Gomor. All right, so we got a chiddush. We need to hear that. In other words, we might have thought to say that unless the Mishnah told us this, we would have thought to say that the depositor of the item could say, what? Don't give it to me in the midbar. You can't give it to me in the midbar. I never agreed to that. I never agreed to that. You said that that's what you wanted to do, but I never said, okay, you could do that. So the question is, what does it mean when he gives over the item to him? Is he giving over the item and saying, yes, I agree to that? Or is he saying, I'm giving this item to you, but I didn't agree to what you just said that that's what you want to do? And the Mishnah is telling us that if he gave it over to him, then he's got to take it from the guy, even if he doesn't want to take it in the midbar, which he obviously doesn't want to take it in the midbar because the midbar is a dangerous place. Doesn't want to have a valuable item in a dangerous place. Okay. Okay. And now we go further to the next Mishnah. Omer l'chavero, Gazalticha. And we call upon Roy again to read.
If one says to his fellow, I stole from you. Levitt, Tainu, Tiny, or he says, you lent me money. Data, actually, or he says you deposited an article with me. V'aini, Yodea im hechezarti lecha im lei hechezarti lecha. And he continues, but I do not know whether I returned it to you or whether I did not return it to you. Chayiv l'shalom, he's liable to pay. Aval im amar lo, but if he said to him, ani yodea im gazaltecha, I do not know whether I stole from you, or he says, I do not know whether you lent me money. Im hapkadecha eitzli, or he says, I do not know whether you deposited an article with me. Potter Mil Shalom is not liable to pay.
Okay. So what's the difference between there's a reisha here, there's a seifa. The reisha case, he's obligated to pay for and in the seifa case, he's not obligated to pay. What's the difference? The difference is that in the reisha, he made an admission. He made an admission that he guzzled the something, or he borrowed something, or something was deposited to him. He admitted that. So now that admission creates an obligation to give back. And on that obligation to give back, he says, I don't know whether I gave back. So the Mishnah says, if so, then you got to give back. You got to give back, because we know you yourself admitted that you got, but you yourself also admitted that you don't know whether you paid back. So if so, then you got to pay back. You got to pay back. In other words, what's the case? Even though the other guy, he doesn't have a proof one way or the other. He doesn't have any proof that the guy owes them anything. If he had a proof, so then we wouldn't need to hear the Mishnah that he's obligated to pay. He has no proof. But this is enough in order to obligate the guy to pay. And it's a bit of a chiddush, because we're asking him to take money out of his pocket. And generally, what do we say that the rule is in order to take money out of a guy's pocket? The rule is, Hamotzi mechavero, olav araya. You want to take money out of a guy's pocket? You got to prove that he owes you. This guy didn't prove. Did he prove that he owes him anything? No. Now, the second case, the seifa, there he doesn't have to give back, because he's not even admitting to the fact that he guzzled from the guy, or that he got a loan from the guy, or that something was deposited to him by this guy. He says, I don't know. Don't know. Maybe not. Maybe yeah, but maybe not. So here we see this will be where we'll say Hamotzi mechavero olav araya. The other guy, he doesn't have any proof that he guzzled from him, or that he loaned him anything, or that he deposited anything by him. He doesn't have a proof of that. So the guy goes, even though he himself admits that it's a possibility that he did borrow something from him, but he's exempt. The Mishnah exempts him from paying anything back, because it's not clear whether he was obligated to. Not clear whether he even borrowed anything. Okay. And with that, it's 12:30. So tomorrow, Be'ezus Hashem, we will continue. We're ready to continue with the beginning of the Gemara, Itmar. So mark it off in your Gemara, Itmar.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Hey, Rabbi, bye-bye.
See
Everybody
you,
have a great
Phil.
day.
See you, Phil. See you, Lou. Bye.
Bracha v'atzlacha.
Amen. All